What's up, Lorehounds? It's Goopy here at PAX West. Once again, I'm here with Ali Lindsay for Heavy Metal Machines. We are talking to you about this crazy game, which is a mix of rock and roll racing and a little bit of Rocket League. Yeah. So how did you guys at Hoplion come up with this game?
About 3 years ago, we still are very passionate about competitive gaming, and we are thinking, how can we add something to the scene that's not done before? Like, how can we twist it a little bit? So we love like racing games, we love rock and roll racing, it had combat, so we tried to add combat and in an arena for a team game and see what happens.
So again, it's a mix of rock and roll racing, which for some of our viewers, you may not remember that because it's quite an old game on Super Nintendo. What's a more updated scenario? We could say like a Twisted Metal?
Yeah, so you could say it's also inspired by Twisted Metal. Just the camera angle is much more bird's eye view, like rock and roll racing, but the feeling of firing and using your weapons is there, like Twisted Metal, like Vigilante. Yes, that's it.
That's a good one too. And you can see, we're dressed in some heavy metal ensemble here, and it's because everything about this is metal, right down to all the skins on the cars and everything like that. Is there a reason behind any of this?
It's just because
just for shit, like just shits and giggles, just for fun.
Yeah, it's just for fun. It's because it's something to make people remember us. It's kind of unique. We saw that there's so much high fantasy and medieval games like archery, RPGs. We try to stay away from that a little bit because we don't want to. We are a small studio. We don't want to get lost in the middle of everything else.
Why did you guys at Hoplion pick the heavy metal idea?
Well, we had this crazy idea for a universe, for the Earth, that something happened, something destroyed everything. Humans suffered a lot, but heavy metal survived because some way it happened.
Just heavy metal is better than everything else.
Guys use it to beat the hell of everything that was destroying Earth, and they survived, and they are there now ruling it and making a sport they like. They want to watch.
And so, you guys mentioned earlier when we were talking that the game has gone through a couple of trials and tribulations because you've been using community feedback. So, what has a game morphed from? Obviously, we've been in heavy metal for quite some time, but the gameplay has changed.
The gameplay has changed a lot since the beginning. We were inspired by the earlier MOBAs, the controllers, everything was kind of near that. We had like towers in the game, stationary objects in the game, but it did not, by testing it did not marry, like it did not mix well with driving.
Was it too like stationary? Yeah.
Yes, it's about moving. Guys would be forced to step on the brake and just stood there firing at the targets. We don't want that. We want you to chase things. We are working on game modes that make you run after things, run after friends, run after enemies, and chase them down and destroy them.
And so we just played one game mode. It was a PvP. We played PvE, but it's a PvP map.
Yeah.
And we're basically delivering a bomb to the enemy base.
Yeah.
Are you guys working on other game modes as well? Because we weren't racing in any capacity. We were just trying to get the bomb there, and they were trying to stop us.
Yes. We are not working right now in other game modes, but we plan on it. We need to finish everything that we have now for us to be able to start producing new game modes, but we want at least 1 or 2 more game modes in the game. We received feedback from our community there that we need to focus also on racing, focus on delivering other kinds of play that you can do with your car.
So it's super polished right now, Heavy Metal Machines. When are you guys looking to actually get into open beta testing?
Yes, we are looking at open beta test after late September, somewhere in October here in the US, to open it for the people. You can access through Steam. It's right now access to Steam. And after that, like October, November, everyone will be able to play just by logging in and creating a Steam account.
Cool. All right, Lorehounds, we'll have Heavy Metal Machines coming for you soon. Get you some keys, whatever we can to steal from these guys. All right, Ali, give me your best horns.
My best horns?
Ah.